Steel City Sports Roll, SC Sports Roll back in the house. Great show for you. Riding high. Steelers is riding high. We're riding high. I'm the host, Luther Dupree, joined as always. I got the Hall of Famer, Claudia Rosano, Hall of Famer, Smoker Jim Frazier, RW, Ralph Williams Media, Fillmore's in the house, Big Rome is in the house. Listen, make sure you call us, 412-530-5063. Get in the chat. We got somebody already in here bright and early. We got Black Braz is back. Urban Meyer, Penn State, next head coach. Okay. Yeah, so he can take another heart attack if they start losing. Come on, man. They got to go another direction, man. But we're getting all that about Franklin getting fired, man. How's everybody doing, man?
Good.
Doing all right, man. Pretty good.
Sad to hear about James Franklin, but it was just due. Penn State wants a national championship, and here we are.
He brought him out of the dungeon, man. A 3-game losing streak. Last year, he was one bad Drew Allure pass from going to the championship. Man, it changes quick in college football. That's for sure, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Smoker Jim, you with us?
Yeah.
We got to get Jim up. He sound like he's sneaking one off. Anyway, Claudia, what you got for us, man, in your huddle up?
All right, guys. I was watching, obviously, the Steelers-Cleveland game, and Gabriel was averaging 4.7 per attempt. That's ridiculous. That's a shame. But a lot of quarterbacks are doing things like that. Again, I know Luther gets tired of me talking about it, but guys in the 70s and 80s, man, they were going deep. Look at the wide receivers in that era. They were averaging 20, 22, 23 yards per catch. Okay, these guys with the dink and dunk. In other words, the offensive coordinators are terrible. Like whoever Cleveland's offensive coordinators, whoever came up with that game plan, they're stupid. You're not going to beat the Steelers punch for punch. So you have to do something crazy. There was a one-trick play. They didn't go deep. They didn't do anything. And yes, the Steelers defense was good. We'll get to that in a minute. But Cleveland offensive play calling was horrendous. But it's not just Cleveland. It's rampant throughout the league. And just the coaching is so bad. These guys want to come off as geniuses. They're no damn geniuses. They're terrible. And they spend all of that time in the office coming up with all these game plans to come up with a 4-yard pass, a 5-yard pass. It's ridiculous. I like the way it used to be. And Jim remembers Sid Luckman, Sid Gilman. Those guys were even more recent history. Martz from the St. Louis Rams. You know, the greatest show on turf. Those guys, they used to open it up. They used to go deep. And then all of a sudden, even the West Coast offense had its moments where it would go deep. It wasn't as dink and dunk as people make it sound. They would go deep. But nowadays, it's bad. It's hard to watch. It really is.
Okay. All right, we got a couple people. Well, who the GOAT? What's going on? Who the GOAT? He said, salute, fellas, salute. And we got Daddy Kingslayer. He's listening while walking the dog, and he agrees with everything Claudio says, no matter what. I like that. All right. Smoke, Jill, what you got for us, Jill?
Hey, thanks, Luther. I don't know who's having the worst year, James Franklin or performance. Hey, listen, Micah Parsons, he has 11 tackles, sacks, no interceptions, no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries. Green Bay has no first-round draft choice in 2026, no first-round draft choice in 2027. They traded up. Kenny Clark got 15 tackles, 1.5 sacks. He's a defensive tackle, 3-time Pro Bowler. The biggest mistake, Parsons wasn't going to be happy in Green Bay. It ain't even got cold out there yet. Last time I seen him, he looked like the Wolf Man. He was in need of a haircut. There's no black barbers in Green Bay. When the street lights come on, the Chiefs, and I'm telling you, by the end of the season, the Chiefs is going to jump him. They ain't going to want him. The guy don't want to be there. He's depressed. And just by the way, 32 catches, 525 yards, 6 touchdowns, 16.4 yards a catch for George
Pickens. All right. Listen, Jim, you keep saying the same thing. All I know is Green Bay is in first place. They're, 3-1-1. They're in a tough division. They're in first place. So yes, the stats aren't there, but he's getting all the attention. Green Bay's happy with him. I haven't seen him complaining. And you said he's depressed. I didn't know you spoke to Micah Parsons like that. You could tell all that by looking at the screen, Smoking Jim. Come on, man. You're doing a little too much. Listen, I want to give credit to my girl, Angel Reese. Today she was, walking Victoria's Secret. I'm going to run some of those clips, man. She's doing her thing, man. A lot of people were getting on her and, they I think unfairly. And all she's done is really just change the game because she is doing something that we haven't seen in the women's sport. So let me run that real quick. Doing the walkway, got to give her credit, man. She's changing the game quite a bit.
Hey, Luther, didn't Dennis Rodman do that?
Dennis Rodman had a wedding dress on for sure. All right. But she did a great job. Glad the women's game is growing. Her, Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, definitely a big supporter of women's basketball, WNBA. I know you guys aren't watching. Hopefully you guys will start watching it more. But I'm loving it. All right, so that's mine. But kudos to Angel Reese. Keep expanding the game. Listen, we got a lot to get to. Black Prez, Baltimore will still win the division. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
right. They're doing good in the red zone. I mean, yes, you'd like to see some more touchdowns last week, but overall, their percentage in the red zone is pretty good. Black Prez, Penn State will win the. All right. You just said anything, Black Prez. Come on, man. Black Prez. All right. Let's jump into this real quick. Again, you can give us a call, or you can also send a text like Black Prez is doing every 5 minutes. But we got our first caller. Mark is on the line. What's up, Mark?
Hey, gentlemen, what it look like?
Oh,
hey,
man.
Mark.
Good over here, Mark. Weather's good. Business is good.
I was watching Steelers game last week, and I know it's slightly disrespectful, but you really can't count Cleveland. Cleveland was struggling in every area. I understand a win is a win, but and Claudio, your assessment is right on point, man. I don't know why they never, went deep on them, or at least tried when you're down. So, but any case, a win is a win. But I heard something during the game, and I'm wondering if it was originated from this show or was it out there before? The opening play to Washington, and when they act like they were surprised on how big he was and how fast he was. They talked about him, for a couple of seconds. But the news report later that evening said that so-and-so caught the opening pass to Mount Washington, but they referred to him as they often called Mount Washington.
Right.
And I'm just wondering, is that a Steel City Sports thing or what?
I know we started that, but it's been around. We start a whole lot of stuff that people still they don't give us credit for, but in time we'll get all the credit we deserve, man. But yeah, that definitely was started here, right, Claudio?
There you go. But you know what? I got to give Mark credit for something. Obviously, I wasn't on last week, but the week before, what did Mark talk about? That kid who fell from the seats at PNC Park. The next, he got in trouble for stalking his girlfriend or some damn thing. So timing was perfect.
Yeah.
He's just there were some issues here, and alcohol doesn't help it. Okay. So
he's going to blame it on the fall. He got CTE from the fall.
He probably will. Hey, but another thing, I just heard on the news today, and I love it when the newscasters slowly slip information that only serious bettors get can use. And they said that, the Steelers, when Steelers have played Flacco, I think 21, 22 times, half of the times that Flacco has beat us. But they also said that there was something about the number of times that when they play on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious. Now, this is just me. I am not a betting man, and I'm talking from the cheap seats, okay? But can you tell me, has anybody ever done any kind of research on when the Steelers wear those white uniforms? I don't get a good feeling when they wear these white uniforms. I know it's silly, and you can laugh at me when I hang up, but it just seems like every time, if it's on a Thursday night game, if they're wearing them white uniforms, they don't do well.
Let me say this. The Steelers are, I believe, 0-6 when we're playing in a division away from home.
Right.
So if that coincides with the white jerseys, then so be it. But when we play away in interdivisional games on Thursday night, and for the most part, anybody who plays away from home on Thursday night usually loses. If you check the records, it's not a good record. But the Steelers, they are 0-6 away from home on Thursday night since we started playing Thursday night's game. So if that helps you understand what's going on. I don't know if it's the white jerseys, but I think it has more to do with us just having a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good thing. Listen, I'm just curious about that's all I wanted to know. And I'm hoping that they realize that they got a secret weapon with that Washington. Not only can he run, but he can hurt you when you try to take him down. So, hey, man, I'm going to finish listening to the show. And I want to hear your predictions for tomorrow, too. But I'll hang up listen.
All right. Appreciate that, Mark. Always calling. And, So overall, the Steelers are 0-8 on Thursday night games against AFC North opponents since 1970. And under Mike Tomlin, they're 0-6 since 2007. So, yeah, it's not looking good. Maybe they can break that string tomorrow, but so far they're winless in these type of situations. Short in Cincinnati, we don't really know. But hey, we did have some comments I want to jump into.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Mark. Always calling in. All right. Oh, Daddy Kingslayer, he watches a lot of WNBA games with his daughters. They enjoy the Game Pass. Paige Beckers and Dallas Wings are our favorite. Yeah, Paige is the truth. Yeah. All the hype that Caitlin Clark got, she should have been getting that this year. Because she put up some 44 in one game, and yeah, she's the real deal. Get her some help, and she's gonna be fighting for championships. I agree. And,
without the turnovers too.
Yeah. Black Crash Flacco will beat the Steelers with a late winning drive. All right, he just hating. Who to go? Flacco is a problem with Steelers. Beat them last year. Yeah. At Indianapolis Colts, he came in for Anthony Richardson and lit the Steelers up. Different defenses, didn't have Jalen Ramsey. Patrick Queen wasn't playing at an all-pro level like he is. But some news after report, Deshaun Elliott didn't ride with the team. There's a personal matter, so there's a question on if he's going to play tomorrow night or not. So that would be a huge loss going against Jamar Chase. And Jim, it's a personal matter. He didn't come. I think it's a family issue. Nobody said he slapped anyone. You always got to go down that route. Hey, but Jim, since you got the mic, give us your thoughts about this Browns game. We talked about could Myles Garrett wreck the game, and he didn't do it. He didn't show up. Broderick Jones, is getting better and better. Shut him down. He did have some help with Warren and Mount Washington, but your thoughts, real quick, spoke of Jim on the game.
You seem to do your history on everything but the stuff that you don't like to talk about. Historically, always dominates in Cleveland. He'll get 3 sacks in Cleveland. He never was a good sacker in playing in Heinz Field or Acrisure Stadium. He's a dominant cat. He almost got 1 sack. He went through 2 guys. They never even touched him early in the first quarter. But hey, listen, I don't consider this team the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns plays in Baltimore. That's when it used to be a rivalry. But hey, it's a ball game. Divisional games, so they're all tough, man. Everybody plays you tough in the division, and the Steelers came away with a victory.
Okay, all right, short and sweet, man. I was impressed. I didn't know if Jalen Ramsey was going to play or not, but he came in. He had more sacks than T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett, so that was pretty impressive. We'll see how he does against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But Fillmore, your thoughts, and we'll just go around the horn.
Man, look, I think the Steelers are definitely going to beat the Bengals. That's I'm not tripping on that. But the Thursday night streak of losing is tough. That's hard to beat. I think it's going to be broken this week. They lost to Joe Flacco last year because they didn't prepare for him. That's one of them, right? They prepared for Anthony Richardson, and then boom, he go down. Flacco win. They pick up Flacco late in the week, and he starts and he carves him up, right? This is what I am afraid of. Joe Flacco has never had talent at the receiver position at the likes of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Never once have he had this much talent at his disposal. And these are guys you can just throw the ball up, and they can make some plays. But I have confidence in the Steelers defense, especially if Deshaun Elliott's playing. He's the green dot guy. I need the green dot guy in the game. We saw the difference that he made when he came back. The defense looked like something. So, but also I expect the Steelers to tee off on them. They're going to use the pass rush, just like they did with Cleveland. They're going to mix it up. They had Herbert coming from the middle. They had Highfield, Herbert, and TJ in at the same time, and they're going to do that again. And I'm gonna love it. He's a statue now. Flacco can't move. He couldn't scramble when he was young. He's not going to scramble now. He's going to get his head scrambled a little bit though.
Okay. All right. Ralph, and then we'll go Big Rome and Claudia.
I thought they should have scored more touchdowns, but they got field goals. The Steelers in Acrisure Stadium ought to be ashamed of themselves. Somebody needs to get fired for the way that field looked. And Chris Boswell almost got hurt. And so, I mean, that's disgraceful to have that field like that on national TV. But anyway, I do know that I read some reports this week that Arthur Smith is a candidate, believe it or not, for the Tennessee Titans job. So I'm hoping he gets that job because his offense is boring. So anyway, but the game itself, at least we won the game. The defense came through again. But again, I keep saying this. I'm going to keep on saying this. You got to get touchdowns when you can, because this low-scoring games, it's going to bite the Steelers in the butt one of these days, and they're going to lose some key games because of it. They need to start scoring more points. They need to start really. They're starting to get more aggressive with the defense, which I guess they realized that zone that they play all the time is not working, so they decided to start blitzing more and everything else, and it's working out. But I thought the game, they won the game. It's all that counts. But you know what? I agree with Claudio and Kevin Stefanski. Didn't call a good game. He's the offensive coordinator / head coach. And, he didn't let Alex Van Pelt do his job when he was there. So, that's why Alex left, and that's why they had a falling out. It was so bad that he almost became the offensive coordinator at Pitt. That's how bad it was. So, but Stefanski is going to get fired at the end of the year, I believe. And Cleveland Browns will always be the Cleveland Browns. So there you are. I think they'll beat Cincinnati this Thursday because their offensive line is horrible as usual, and I don't think they have much on defense.
Okay, Big Rome.
What's not being said is that Cleveland Browns right now, this very second, has the third best defense in the league. We put up 23 points against them. We could have scored more. We had some field goals that we should have converted into touchdowns, but we played against the third best defense.
Well, they were the best before that game.
Okay, then. So write that down. So what we did on offense is a testament. I like the continued evolution of the Steelers offense. Every week it seems like they put another piece in there. Now we're starting to get the tight ends more incorporated, even though we got one of our wide receivers out. So we're moving the ball still. We're still running the heavy package. which I like, and we're incorporating Washington in a heavy package, and that's what contributed to that first play for what it was like 30-something yards.
Right.
So
Yep.
I'm impressed with what's happening there. And on defense, Blitzburg is back. We got all three of our cornerbacks back healthy, semi-healthy, healthy enough to play man.
Mm-hmm.
So the beauty of that is we could send people, and we could send some of those defensive backs that are playing free safety or playing in the slot and get a couple sacks along the way like we used to do back in the day when our defense was in the top 5 every year. So
Right.
I like the continued evolution. We're coming up against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's offensive line is worse. We got a quarterback who's a statue. They got weapons, so either they're going to take 2 steps back and fire the ball out or take the chance of getting sacked. He's not going to scramble like Dylan Gabriel has the opportunity. I had the opportunity to, but didn't take advantage of it. And our defense is top notch. Our offense can continue to evolve because Trey Hendrickson is not supposed to play this game. So I don't expect nothing but more evolution on our offense and a high score of at least a high 20s.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely feel a lot of what you guys were saying. Dylan Gabriel, man, he doesn't have it. They had him shook. Quinshaw and Junkins, they shut him down. I don't know why they had Gabriel passing 58 times. I mean, it was all dink and dunk. The Steelers missed about 4 or 5 interceptions. I mean, this game could have been a major blowout, but they were dropping interceptions like they had a bunch of Ike Taylors playing cornerback. But they got a lot of sacks. Nick Herbig was playing. Somebody just put it in here. Who the goat said Nick Herbig needs to start.
No, we don't.
I like the rotation.
No,
I like the rotation. I would continue. Like I told Jim, he was going to get his starting job back as soon as Highsmith was back. But if there's a way they can get a receiver in here and they have to give up a Highsmith, I would consider it if I'm Omar Khan and Tomlin. I still think they need a number 2. If you look at the distribution of passes this game, of course, always you're going to have DK Metcalf with his receptions. He had 4, but the next receiver, Roman Wilson, had 1. And that was the only, pass. Washington was big, 3 for 62, and Jonnu Smith, 3 for 18. We're going to need more explosion at that wide receiver spot, and that's the next thing I want to get into. Some possible trades, some rumors I'm hearing about that I think needs to happen. But Claudia, your thoughts?
I always take notes from the games and some things that stick out. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers is still great. The game is incredibly slow for him. He still moves well, a lot better than people say he does. I like that sidearm 3/4 sling he's got. He reads the defense as well. The guy's still incredible, and I don't think this is going to be his last year. His play action passing is fantastic still. Obviously, the first play of the game. Mount Washington, I've been talking about him since the draft. Finally, they're using him a little bit more, and I still think 3 catches isn't good enough. I have a feeling, Luther, we're going to be talking about number 2 receiver in week 16. They still haven't gotten one. But use the tight ends. Well, you have a variety of tight ends with different talents. Use them properly. The offensive line. You know what? I was critical for the past couple of years about the offensive line, saying that was the most important thing that they needed to improve. Well, they did pretty damn good. As Rome mentioned, Cleveland's defense, number 3, well, maybe number 1, but number 3 in the league, one of the top defenses. Myles Garrett did 0 against Broderick Jones, and I give that line credit for doing what they did. I'd still like to see a little bit, even though they gained 100 yards rushing, I'd still like to see them a little bit better on the run, but I'm fine with that. I like the way Aaron Rodgers moved to help the offensive line out. The defense did its job. They were very solid. Let's not go crazy about the defense. Let's also don't forget Cleveland's offensive play calling was brutal. I like Harmon. I think he's going to be big time. I said that at the beginning of the season. I like him. If he can stay healthy, which I think he is healthy, he's going to make some noise and be very, very good. The only thing I'm not crazy about, believe it or not, is if you watch, I like the strips. I like the fumbles. The guy who started that years ago was a guy named Rusty Chambers, who was on the defensive side for the Seattle Seahawks back in 83, 4, 5, 6, and 7, I believe. Maybe a little bit longer, up to 93. he liked the stripping. I don't remember the punching part, but these guys were punching while the guy's running. There's a time. It's a timing thing, I think. You have to punch and strip at the right time, because if not, that guy's going to get some extra yards. But you see these guys punching, like Sugar Ray Leonard. And if you miss, like you see Watt sometimes shake his hand. Yes, it comes up big. It's a splash.
Gabriel.
You're right.
At the right time. You have to do it at the right time. But as far as the Cincinnati game, they're giving up 30 points a game. The defense is bad. They're 30th in the league in red zone. And I think the Steelers can be even better in the red zone, a lot better in the red zone, by concentrating on the big man. Throw the ball to him. And I think they're going to do that tomorrow. I know 0-6, 0-7, and all that kind of stuff. I really don't buy into that, because this group wasn't there, in 72 and so on and so forth. I think the biggest, Flacco's a danger, and Fillmore said, or no, was it Fillmore? Maybe it was Fillmore. Flacco never had those kind of receivers like this. Okay, no doubt. They have no running game. Okay, but the thing that worries me the most is the mentality going into the game. If they play like they're broke, if they play like they're behind, if they play like this is a game of necessity, if they play with a sense of urgency, then they're going to blow them out of the water. It'll be something like 30-17, 30-19. If they go there with 4-1, we're going to win the division. We got a big lead. Jackson's hurt. He's not coming back. Burrow's hurt. Chiefs aren't the Chiefs. If they read the press clippings, in other words, if they read the press clippings, they're going to get themselves in trouble. And finally, tomorrow they have to punch Cincinnati in the mouth early and often. They cannot let Cincinnati get any momentum. When you play a bad team, if you let them in the game, they can be dangerous. There's no doubt who the better team is. Go out and show it.
Hey, Claudio, Frank Jack. What's up, Frank? He said, Claudio, how is Tomlin coaching so far this year?
I rarely have anything good to say. I mean, I don't blame him whenever they say that the team is flat. I'm not going to blame him. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Tomlin. I tried to be.
So how is he coaching this year? I mean,
what has he done? That's what I've been asking for years. What has his fingerprint been on? I don't know. I'm not criticizing. Is it the defense? Is it the offense? I don't know.
Well, all right. I think he's doing a solid job. I mean, breaking in all these new players with all the injuries they had. They're 4-1, commanding the AFC North. You have to give them credit, as well as Arthur Smith and Boston.
They're winning.
They put out a game plan that are winning games.
They're winning.
I think you got to give all three of them credit. Now look at Arthur Smith. Now, I think Ralph said, he's up for possibly the Tennessee job, which blows my mind. Every year he's coming up for a head coaching job, and I don't know. I don't know. He must have the best agent in the world besides the fourth agent, who's with the Tennessee Titans. Maybe they got the same agent. He's trying to get them there, because I don't see it. But I'm glad about it. Real quick, we have another call coming in, but I want to get your thoughts. There were some receivers. Smoker Jim, I'm gonna get you, and then we'll hit this call. There's some receiver options that I heard about. Do you think any of these are a reality? It could happen. How about Shaheed for the Saints? Waddle for the Dolphins. Lazard.
It's close to 800 days for the con man line, just the line, everything else to the football fans of the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no excuse not to have a second receiver in here in the last 6 years. You had a guy here on his last.
Oh, here you go.
Making zero money.
Jim, let it go.
He didn't want to be here.
Let it go, Jim.
I can't allow y'all to continue to let the white media just tell you anything.
Jim, it's not the white media. We saw it with our own eyes. The man was handsome.
Jim, can I ask a question? Can I ask a serious question? Because we keep bringing this up. If you have a player that is looking to get a high-end court contract, we're playing another wide receiver one money, $30 million a year. What makes you think that's sound economic doctrine to pay a dude who A, doesn't want to be here next year? Or B, wait a minute. Or B, if he was here, do you think it will be economically sound to sign him to a $30 to $40 million a year contract?
He hasn't been signed up for this year. He's on his rookie deal just like he is right now.
And
He's making the exact same money in Dallas with his zero. Same thing he'd have been making here. Listen, we all played ball. We all grew up in tough neighborhoods. I grew up on the south side of Monrovia.
Oh, Jim, stop.
He said the South Side.
First of all, stop lying. You
Monrovia.
grew up in Pitt Hills, Jim. You
Bob,
gotta
watch
have
this.
Anna Marino come to the studio. You grew up in Pitt Hills.
That Pitt Karen? Would that be South Side Monrovia? That Pitt Karen?
No, that's Plum. That's what it
That's
is.
Plum.
The South Side of Monrovia.
Rome makes a great point. The business.
Hold on, Claudia. Let him finish.
Let me finish this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, we were different when we were 19 and we were 24 years old. Guys mature. Pickens played at the biggest school in football, Georgia.
And was a crash out. He still was crashing out there.
Luther, I spent 2 days with him in Dallas at his mini camp Wednesday and the last day on Thursday, and there was more Pittsburgh Steelers down there.
Oh,
Half
my
of them that
gosh.
they said didn't like him. This is a well-liked guy, man. Listen,
They didn't like him.
I'm saying the Pittsburgh Steelers will not under the con man. Con man's job is one thing: to make money and get drafted quarterback in the 2026 draft. That'll be another quarterback bust. They're not going to go after receiver. They didn't go after one last year. They're not going to go after one this year.
Jim, they did. There have been calls. They did reach out to the Saints about Shaheed all early. The reports came out. They, all right, Jim, and here's the final thing on Pickens. You see how the receiver distribution is now. Pickens would have been a cancer if he's not getting 7 targets like he's getting in Dallas. He's happy now because he's getting all the targets he wants because CeeDee Lamb is out. When CeeDee Lamb comes back in and those targets get cut down, look for him to start reverting back to being cancer George again. Right now he's doing well. The team is losing, but he's putting up great numbers. But it wouldn't have been the same thing here. They had to get him off. He wasn't a team player here. He was a cancer, Jim. Just because you spent a couple days with him out of his camp doesn't mean he changed. When what? Yeah, when his numbers go down, they continue to lose, and he crashes out. And now he's upset because Jerry Jones didn't even say he was going to bring him back. So there's an issue there. We'll see what happens. What? Jerry Jones said it. He says, we have to let the season play out. And he said, does he have a contract? Did they renegotiate the contract yet? Did they renegotiate the contract? No, he still doesn't have an extension. So it's going to wait. All right, we'll see. We'll see if he's playing 2 receivers, that top money that you're talking about. Or will he be somewhere else? That's still the players. They have a lot of other issues. We're talking way too much about a cancer who's not on the Steelers anymore. He's putting up great numbers, and his team is losing. Anyway, let's jump to the phone lines, man. When they get a winning record, we can talk about him. Right now, he's putting up numbers, and the team is losing. Micah Parsons is on Green Bay. You're one of the top 10 teams. Hey, Sean, you on the line. What's going on, Sean?
Y'all talking about crash out Pickens?
Oh, right. Jim is in love with him. He's a fanboy of George Pickens because he spent a day with him at his camp. And now he thinks
All Smoking Jim need to be talking about is congratulations, his Gateway alumni, Terry Smith,
the interim head coach at Penn State University. That's what he needs to be talking about. Forget about crash out Pickens.
Yeah, well, what do your alma mater let Franklin go, man?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. In 2023, I went to 2 of their games. Game at Ohio State here in Columbus, and then their bowl game when they played Ole Miss. Let's just say I was hearing rumblings back after the Ole Miss game. I was hearing rumblings. Certain people with money were not happy with Franklin. Then let's go to this past year. And they changed the NCAA changed the rules because Penn State benefited from the playoffs the way it was set up because they had the easiest path than anybody, even easier than Oregon, who was the number 1 seed. Penn State was one bad half, a couple bad plays away from playing against the national championship. They had Notre Dame beat. Let's be honest. Bad mix-up calling and defensive play gave up a long touchdown. Drew Allen made a bad pass, which I still don't know why he threw that ball that led to the last score for Notre Dame. So you got that. They still wanted Franklin out of there. Then, unfortunately, this year, they were beating Oregon in overtime, end up losing in double overtime on a bad pass by Drew Allen in the second overtime, which, looking at the play, I don't even know why they called that play. Then UCLA, they just didn't show up. I was at the game. They didn't show up. Northwestern, it's like the Oregon game was bad from 1 loss to 3 losses. Like I said, certain big wig money people didn't want Franklin up there, and they got their wish. All I'm going to say is this. Since Penn State's been in the Big Ten since 94, Paterno may have won 2 conference championships. I'll say 3 max. Okay, Franklin won 1. But Franklin pretty much was the same as Paterno up there. He had his losing season, but he had a lot of 10-win winning seasons. Now what we're going to see is whoever the next head coach is, you better win a national championship because that's the expectations they have on them now. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about Rue from Nebraska. He has Penn State ties, and the AD is really with him. So we'll see if that does come to fruition.
Well, if Rue goes there, here's the interesting caveat. Remember when Terry Smith, when Gateway did him dirty?
Yeah.
One of the jobs Terry Smith got was working with Rue at Temple. So if Rue does get the Penn State job, I can see Terry standing on the staff. So if I was Penn State, my first people I would reach out to, people ain't going to like it. I know it's going to be a no, but I would rather get a no than not reach out. I reach out to Nick Saban and Urban Meyer. I would reach out to them. No, here's why. I will reach out to them, but Nick Saban and Urban Meyer will tell Penn State what they need. That's why I will reach out to them. I want to know from them, but when you give me the no, let me know why are you turning my program down. Who do you suggest we hire? That's why I would do that. Then I would go from there. Matt Rule, I think Matt Rule's another James Franklin.
Wow.
But his job is so hard because now you're saying Penn State, you got to win or get fired. That's pretty much what you're telling the coach now. So we'll see. One final thing I'll say about college football. Certain jobs are going to open up in the year, maybe by Thanksgiving. Florida and Florida State, I think both of those jobs are going to open up. Kentucky's going to open up. There was a 4th one that I had, but I'm going to give a 5th one, and it's going to shock people. Let me get the 4th one real quick. The 4th one is, I forget, but I know those for sure. The shocking one that's going to open up, I don't think Deion Sanders is going to coach after this year because of health reasons. His body's breaking down too much. His kids don't go to school there no more. his daughter goes to play. Well, she is on the team. She don't play. She's on the team. But I don't think this will be Deion's last year. His body's just breaking down too much.
Yeah, man. Set with these 17, 17, it's a whole lot of surgeries he's had, so he's going through it, man. So you think Colorado job will be open up because he's going to step down? Or would he go to that Florida State if Florida State opened up?
Here's the thing. Deion Sanders' body's breaking down so much. If I'm Florida State, why would I want Deion?
You want to win. That's one thing he do. If he can get players to go to Colorado, Florida State, he can get a lot of those home guys to stay, I believe, if he's able to stay. That was always his dream job, too. So I wouldn't put it past him. If he could get his health together and Florida State moves on, might be the perfect time to switch.
Yes. Couple things in regards to the Steelers. Tomorrow, if y'all know or anybody's listening to this, if you are going to the Steelers Thursday night game tomorrow in Cincinnati, traffic's going to be bad down there. Brandy and Monica, Boy Is Mine tour starts out in Cincinnati tomorrow. So if you're going down to the Steeler game or you're going to the Brandy Monica game, go for the event tour in the river part of Cincinnati. Be ready for a traffic nightmare down there. I'm telling you now. So traffic's going to be bad. And it's the first night of the tour tomorrow night. So just letting people know.
Okay.
And I thought about something with the Steelers. I kind of want to, I really don't bet like that. If I was a bet man, I think the Steelers are going to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, man, you putting it out there early. Things are working out. A lot of teams in the AFC are struggling with health or just not playing right. You're right.
The reason why I'm saying this, Luther, Aaron Rodgers has a point to prove. Just think of Super Bowl 40. Bettis went home to win his only Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is from the Bay Area. Super Bowls in San Francisco. I was just out in LA last couple of weeks ago for my birthday, and people that I met that were from the Bay Area, they were saying, the Super Bowl's out here this year in the Bay. So I think Rodgers, I didn't really think about it, so I'm like, hold on, he is from the Bay Area. Rodgers can stay healthy this year. Steelers going to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. Hey, Sean, man, appreciate the call as always. We got a couple more to get to.
Can I say one final thing about baseball for Claudio? Claudio, what do you think? I think it's going to be Mariners, Dodgers World Series, West Coast World Series.
Boy, that's the way it's looking. The Dodgers every year, they're right in the thick of things, and Seattle's the team with momentum. That's a dangerous team. I did pick that Seattle, not at the beginning of the season, but I picked Seattle and the Dodgers, and I'm gonna pick an upset. I'm picking Seattle because they're the momentum. You talk about peaking at the right time, Sean, and they're starting to peak at the right time. It's all about pitching and which coach doesn't mess things up the most, who leaves things alone, and then that kid's hitting home runs like crazy. So I'm not saying Seattle is better than the Dodgers. But and I don't expect Ohtani, if he's pitched properly, won't make much noise like he hasn't in the past series. But I'm with you. That's a great pick, and I'm going with Seattle.
Okay.
Hey Claudio, question.
Yes, sir.
Ohtani has not hit this whole postseason. Is them letting him focus on pitching, is it affecting his hitting? Because I think he's won for something this whole postseason so far.
They're pitching him outside. If you watch him swing, that's what drives me nuts. And I know we're probably running short on time here, Sean, but watch him, even in that commercial he does. Watch that violent hip turn he does, okay? And watch him during the game. He's trying to yank everything down the right field line, which means what? Bat path. He's cutting the plate across. Why the hell are you pitching him where the bat is going to meet the ball? throw him high and tight, throw him fastballs for effect. Don't make mistakes because he'll make you pay. Okay, and then throw him on the outside part of the plate. He won't hit it. It boggles my mind that these coaches, they're in a room 24 hours a day. They got 3,000 at bats of a guy, and they can't see a damn hole. That's like me seeing and like saying, "Who is that?" Hell, I've known Luther for years. So you watch a hitter swing. Just watch that commercial, that New Balance, how he opens up, watching the game. He cannot hit the outside pitch, and if he does hit it, he sticks his butt out, touches the ball with the bat, and he hits a dribbler. So why are you throwing him inside? Why are you throwing him in the middle of the damn plate? But that's why he's not hitting. Simple as that.
All right, Sean. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Have a good evening, guys.
You too. Sean frees up a line. We have another call. No, we don't. Hey, number to call, 412-530-5063. Hey, Smoking Jim, earlier when we first started talking about the season, you talked about Roman Wilson was going to really make a name for himself. Your thoughts on that? Yeah, is that another L for you, Smoking Jim? You just rocking him up, bro.
Again, he got some of the best hands I've ever seen in my life and ever seen in the National Football League. For some reason, he's in Mike Tomlin's doghouse. I don't know why. Roman Wilson has caught everything they threw. They just haven't been throwing him much. I don't know why he's in the doghouse.
Is he open?
I don't know why. He's open 7. He's open 24/7. I don't know why they're not throwing him. I don't know why he's in Mike Tomlin's doghouse. You got to figure that out with Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is famous for 2 dogs, 1 bone, and all this kind of crap. Roman Wilson should be playing. Man.
He's not. There's a reason he's not playing. He's not showing it in practice.
He's in Mike Tomlin's doghouse. Like
even when he's in the game, is Aaron Rodgers not looking his way?
They're riding a few game win streak. And whenever they play bad, then all of a sudden he come in there with hat in hand. You know what I mean? What he did to the media was inexcusable.
What did he do to the media? What did he do with the media?
You got to start listening.
Listen, he's the same way he always was. I heard him call out Barry from the Cleveland Browns about trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals in season. I mean, that's the only thing I heard him do. I didn't hear him disrespect anybody. Oh, here you go. Jim.
He abused the media.
Oh, Jim, you don't know what abuse is. You think Monroeville streets is rough. Yeah, after you sit there, you lost all credibility. The rough streets of Monroeville, man. You should be banned for 10 minutes. Hey, let's go to the phone line. Oh, LD's on. What's up, LD?
I'm just wanting to get in before you signed off.
Oh, appreciate
you. Your show.
Thank you, LD. Appreciate you calling in.
What's on your comment about Penn State? You all were talking about Penn State.
Yes.
One thing, when Franklin has been up there, he never really had an outstanding quarterback. I always thought that kind of hurt him.
Hey, he had a chance.
I don't know how you guys feel about that.
He had a chance to close the deal with Justin Fields. In college, he was good, and he didn't close the deal. There's been a couple other ones, but yeah, he's never had a top flight quarterback, and that's hurt him. And the offense that he runs is so basic. I think he could have upgraded his offensive coordinator. Maybe in his next job, he'll open it up a little more.
And a play like that happened in the last game. It was 4th and 3, and the starting quarterback got hurt, and they brought a sub in, and they ran one of the dumbest plays I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
4th and 3 when the game was in the balance.
Yeah.
But overall, he's a pretty good coach. I think he'll get another job somewhere.
He definitely should. I mean, his record's impressive. He just couldn't win the big one. Ohio State, Michigan, and then the Notre Dame game was a real hurt piece last year. They should have been playing Ohio State again.
Even if he doesn't take another job, he should be rich for the rest of his life.
Oh, he's set. That's for sure.
Hey, I just want to make a comment about the game tomorrow. The Steelers, I think, number one, they want to put a lot of pressure on Flacco. Number two, they got to get their running game going to eat up the clock, because with those receivers since he has, those are two tough guys playing against. But I think if Steelers can score 27, that's like 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals, I think the Steelers can beat them. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I definitely think Ralph had to leave. He said 21-10. He thought the Steelers would win. I think so, but they always have trouble with Chase and Higgins. Those two are just some amazing receivers, maybe the best tandem in the league. But I still I think they're going to break that streak, that 0-8 streak, and 0-6 under Tomlin on Thursday against a divisional opponent. I think they could break it this year. I see the score 24-17. Hey, LG, real quick, we didn't talk about it a lot, but the offensive line has been showing a lot of improvement. We talked about Broderick Jones, some bad pictures of him, but he really improved his game. He pretty much handled Myles Garrett with a little help, but no sacks. Myles Garrett was non-existent that game. So we got to give the offensive line credit. I've been critical of Pete Meyer, but the changes they've made, going extra big with Dwayne Washington, Spencer Anderson in there, that was a game changer. So we'll see if that can continue to work for them. But any thoughts on offensive line?
I just want to say I think they've been playing pretty well the last couple of games, and I hope it continues.
Absolutely. All right, hey LD, appreciate that. Let's go through some of these calls. Appreciate the call, LD.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Claudio, your thoughts. Give us your score, and let's do it 2-1. Give us your score and your AFC your whole power ranking. Go ahead, Claudio. What you got?
Well, for the score, I'm going to go Pittsburgh 30, Cincinnati 17. I said I don't see them being in the game unless the only way they'll be in the game is if the Steelers let them be in the game. I thought we were doing power rankings overall in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I meant. NFL power rankings. My fault. Yeah,
that's right. I want to go with Tampa Bay. But the reason why I'm going to go with Detroit is because they've been there. And I think experience does play a part. I'm going to go with Detroit, Tampa Bay. Seattle is just steady. I'm going to go surprise you, number 4, the Rams. I've been liking the way they've been playing and coming back. Now, Buffalo was my team to win the Super Bowl. But they really disappointed me against Atlanta. Really disappointed me. So number 5, I'm going to go Green Bay. But then after that, I think Buffalo and Philly are right there. So I'm just going to go with those guys: Detroit, Tampa, Seattle. I'm going to go with the Rams and Green Bay. Then after that, Buffalo and Philadelphia. Next week, I may put Buffalo and Green Bay in there. But right now, there's really no dominant teams that you can really hang your hat on and say, yeah, they're going to win it. Kansas City's usually been that team. But they're starting to catch a little bit. But I really do like Tampa Bay a lot. And Baker Mayfield's really he might be the MVP. And Aaron, I think right now, for me, MVP with not in any order, I think Mayfield and Aaron Rodgers, man, they got to be in the top 3-4 for the MVP, in my opinion.
Okay. Like it. All right, Big Ro, your score and your power rankings.
I think the Steelers are going to win 27-16. I think they'll do what they need to do on the offensive defensive lines to get the job done. My NFL power rankings, I'm going Tampa Bay Bucks, number 1. I'm going to Detroit Lions, number 2. Indianapolis Colts, number 3.
Yeah, good pick.
Buffalo Bills, number 4. And the Green Bay Packers, number 5.
Good pick with Indy.
Okay. Cool.
I hate to say it, but yeah, Indy's looking good to me.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they'll fall back to earth. Danny Dimes he's going to revert back to being the New York guy, As soon as you stop Jonathan Taylor and make him pass, it's over for the Colts, in my opinion. But I'm going to go mine. I'm going to go 5 Steelers, 4 Buffalo, 3 Green Bay, 2 Colts, 1 Bucks. That's right now. I don't see the Colts staying this high. Right now, I think as their schedule gets a little tougher, they're going to get some L's. I'm not sold on, Indiana Jones or Danny Dine, whatever his name is this week. I'm not sold on him. But the Buccaneers, they can win close games. They have Baker Mayfield, like you guys said, playing at an MVP level. And they're doing it without their top receiver, Mike Evans, and the rookie, Ibuka, got hurt. And they still were doing it. So I'm impressed. I think he's doing a great coaching job. Todd Bowles down with the Bucks. So
yes, he is.
Number 1. Green Bay is another team. I think once they get more receivers back, they're going to be tough to deal with. I had to take Detroit off of my list after that loss to Atlanta, and I took the Eagles off because it seems like they have some dissension on that team. And I'm not sure if it's mainly because of A.J. Brown causing a lot of it, but something's not right with them. And they did have some losses on D, so that's mine. All right, Fillmore, what you got?
Hey, real quick, I'm not giving Broderick Jones any praise. Darnell Washington, goddamn Moore, $20 million contract, and I'm not gonna give Broderick the same money that Tennessee did. He ain't getting that praise. But man, I got the Steelers scoring 31 points this game. They getting over 30 this game. It's going to be the game right here. They did it before playing against Cincy and their horrible defense, and it's going to be a 31-20 game. I think it's going to be something like that, man. 31-20 game. And power rankings, I got Tampa at number 1, man. My man Bakefield. That's not calling him. I know him personally. I call him Bakefield. He's man. I couldn't stand him at Cleveland, but I really like him at Tampa. They're doing a good job. Number 2, man. Hey, I got the Colts. This is right now. We got updated information when we get it. The Colts they only lost 1 game, man. Detroit, number 3. Number 4 got the Rams. Number 5, I got the Steelers. You can't do that. The Steelers get number 5.
Okay, you got the Rams in there. Okay. Oh, all right, Smoker Jim, close us out. Score and your power rankings.
I thought y'all forgot about me. But,
oh, man, here you go. Here you go with this crying stuff, man. Quit crying, Jim, man.
For the Pro Football Focus, Broderick Jones is giving up more sacks this year than any other offensive tackle. So easy on the Broderick Jones comment. 34-32 Pittsburgh.
Dang.
I'm in a high scoring game. My power ranking, the best team I've seen all year is Kansas City Chiefs. They're getting healthy. They're beat. Second best team got to be the New York Giants.
Giants.
Third best team, Ganaboo, 3 touchdowns.
Oh my gosh.
Team, I tell you what,
his sugar's low or something.
They quit trying to rely on that average quarterback or run Barkley. Philadelphia Eagles is my number 3 team. Quit trying to get cute. And, you got an average quarterback, but got a superstar Hall of Fame running back.
He's better than average. He's better than average. Come on.
Number 4, the Dallas Cowboys. Don't sleep.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't sleep the Dallas Cowboys. And number 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Jim, listen, you're the only man I know that would have a team with 1 win in your top 5, man. I mean, come on.
His sugar's low. I get it. It's late.
I mean, come on. You got Dallas 2-3. Come on, man. They only have a winning record, man. They're 3rd place.
Which was worse, this or his boxing?
Definitely his boxing. Definitely his boxing. And he had the Giants number 2, and they're 2-4. You got 2 teams in your top 5 that have losing records, Jim. You want to redo on that one, or you really going to stick to that mess? Come on, man.
Have a Reese cup.
What's up, man? Hey, listen, man. It should be a great game tomorrow. Friday, of course, we'll be at Amani giving out another trophy. And playoffs start tomorrow. High school football, Westinghouse, and City League playoffs start. Westinghouse and Alderdice. I see Westinghouse and UPrep meeting in the championship. UPrep beat them last
They
time.
beat them.
Before.
Oh man, I'm upset about that. I'm upset about that, man.
We'll
But
see.
hey, but Coach Green gonna get him right. He'll get him right.
Yeah, he should, man. And one last thing, Woodland Hills, Scoop Smith might be the most exciting player in high school football, man. Going to Miami, Woodland Hills. You familiar with him, Big Rome? I mean, he went viral with that kickoff return that he had last week against Gateway. You hear that, Jim, against Gateway? But
when I put him in my top 5 players of all time in WPIO history, you question it now.
I said he's the most exciting player, Jim. I'm saying he's the most exciting player, but he's not in my top 5 of all time, Jim.
Right.
Jim, you listen. I think he's one of my favorites. You know that, but you can't put him top 5 all time in high school. Come on, Jim.
Right.
He might not be top 5 Woodland Hills players of all time.
Thank you.
Right.
Big
Exactly.
Brother.
There you go.
Wolverine. He's
Bro.
not. I mean, he's great,
Yeah,
but come on, man. There's levels to this. I don't think he's there yet, but he's definitely exciting.
and that's no disrespect, but
Right.
he might not be top 5 Woodland Hills players of all time.
Right.
Yeah, and that might be a nice list for us to do one time.
Yeah.
That
'Cause I
is.
ain't
Look,
even-
I got guys in my head right now.
That hurts my heart that I didn't even make his
Woodland
top 5. It's crazy.
Would you say
I said, that hurts my heart that I didn't even make his top 5, but that's
Yeah.
crazy.
he might be my top 5 favorite? But as far as talent wise, Jim, come on, man. Woodland Hills was leading all high schools and NFL players for a while.
Yeah.
You know,
Ron had 8 catches his senior year, 1 touchdown. Yeah.
you said what?
Ron had 8 catches and 1 touchdown his senior year at Woodland Hills. Yeah.
Yeah, because Novak was the head coach and didn't throw the ball. So
I'm talking high school.
yeah, Novak would not throw the ball. How do you have a tight end in the Hall of Fame and he has 8 catches?
I'm talking high school. Smith is one of the top 5, and I've seen them all. Greatest players in WPIO history.
Oh gosh.
No doubt about it. Right up there with Terrell Pryor.
No, okay. All right. Terrell Pryor did lead a whole state championship. Now, come on, Jim. There's a little bit of a difference there, Jim. I mean, hey, but that's a good discussion to have, man. Listen, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Make sure you check out the website, scsportsworld.com. The Standard is the Standard. Get yourself some gear. For Fillmore, Big Rome, Claudio, Smoker, Jim, Ralph, Luther Dupree. We'll check you out next time. Peace.